who sin against us. Yeah.
Let your kingdom come, amen, amen, and your will be done, amen, amen. Let your kingdom come, amen, amen, and your will be done, amen. Everybody, amen, 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 give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Amen. Let your kingdom come, amen, amen, and your will be done, amen, amen. Let your kingdom come, amen, amen, let your will be done, amen, everybody, amen, amen, hey, amen, 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 yeah. Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody. Yeah. Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, oh, 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 oh.
God bless you. God bless you. I welcome everyone here in the temple to our Sunday service. To our online streamers, wherever you find yourself, I equally welcome you. It will be of great joy to have you here in the temple, 58 Orange Park Avenue, Mitcham, CR4 2DG. That is where the energy begins. That is where we generate the power. So it will be of great joy to have you here. To the very ones here, a few protocols. In an event of any fire outbreak, we all go out through our fire exit. We have 4 here, 1 straight ahead of me, 1 behind me, and 2 on my left. And we meet at Fist March, the park just right to Orange Park Avenue. That is where we meet. But fingers crossed, we know for certain there wouldn't be anything of such. Today is another day, and we are happy to be here, aren't we? Yes, we are here for our routine Sunday service. And today we have our meditation being led by our video minister in the person of Sister Georgina Apia. Yes, she will lead us into meditation as we always do as we begin our service. Right after that, we have our vision call. We need to remind ourselves of why and what is the reason why we are Ethereans, isn't it? And on that note, we have our lovely, young and upcoming, beautiful lady, Fafa, to give us our vision call. But for now, let us follow the lead of our video minister, Sister Georgina Apia, as she leads the service and the meditation. God bless you.
Good morning and welcome you all once again, including our online family. Before we start our meditation, shall we all be upstanding and sing Christ Age 184? Breathe on me, breath of God. 2. Breathe on me, breath of God. Fill me with life anew, that I may love what thou dost love, and do what thou wouldst do.
Breathe on me, breath of God,
until my heart is pure, until my will is one with thine, to do and to endure.
breathe on me, breath of God, till I am wholly thine,
until this earthly part of me glows with thy fire divine.
breathe on me, breath of God, so shall I never die,
but live with thee the perfect life of thine
eternity.
Shall we be seated? Our meditation for this morning is embrace of spirit. Embrace of spirit. It's a practice whereby we activate our body, every cell, tissue, and organ of our bodies. We take out all our limitations from various parts of our bodies, and we quicken the spirit that we are to experience our infinite possibilities. Brethren, in our Etherean psalm says, my body is a temple of the living God, and the Spirit of God dwells in me. The perfect power within me knows how to make my body function perfectly. Therefore, today, we are going to energize every cell, tissue, and organ of our bodies to make it function perfectly. Shall we be all comfortably seated? Hands on our laps. Feel relaxed. And gently allow our eyes to close. Synchronize your breathing process. Initiate and witness the Spirit in you and recognize the truth of your spirit at work. Take in a deep breath into the sun. And as you breathe out, you breathe through your body to the center of the earth. Feel deeply rooted to the center of the earth. We are going to touch the power centers of our bodies. As you breathe, you focus your attention on the crown of your head. Deepen into this. And let it connect you to your brain, your head, and your ears, and other organs within that part of your body. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit, Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Make that statement. Feel the movement of energy in this part of your body and make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit, Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Let your focus be on this part of your body. Now we take another breath, focusing our attention between the two eyebrows, and connect this energy with your eyes by opening your eyes and blink it twice. Connect it to your nose, your mouth, and other organs of your body, of this part of your body. Feel the movement of this energy that you are spirit. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Feel the movement of this energy in this part of your body. Know that you are spirit. Without spirit, you cannot move. Now, take another breath. Down to your throat, your windpipe, your nasal passage, your tongue, your teeth, your neck, and other organs of that part of your body. Feel the movement of energy in this part of your body and make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, take another breath to your chest. Your breast, your solar plexus, your navel, the space between the upper abdomen. Feel your heart and other organs with the movement of energy in this part of your body. Feel the energy, the movement, the power, and make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, take another breath to the tail base, the lower part of your body, your sexual organs, your buttocks, squeeze your buttocks and release, and other organs within that part of your body. Feel the energy, the movement and energy and power within that part of your body. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now take another breath to one of your leg and connect it to your thighs, your ankle, your knee, and your toe. Make a movement. Feel the energy and power of this movement. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now you take another breath to your right leg, connecting it to your thigh, your knee, your toe, and other organs in that part of your body. Feel the movement of energy and power in this part of your body. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, take another deep breath to the back of your head and connect it to your backbone, right down to your waist. Feel the movement of energy and power in this part of your body. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, take another breath to your right hand, connecting them to your finger, your fingernails, your elbow, and other organs, this part of your right hand. And make this statement: that which lives and moves in me is spirit. Spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Take another breath to your left hand, connecting with your elbow, your fingers, and other organs in this part of your body. Feeling the movement and energy of this part of your body, and make a statement. That which lives and moves in me is spirit, spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, think a thought. Bring something into your mind, knowing that this thought is the spirit that is making you to think this thought. And make this statement. That which lives and moves in me is spirit, spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, have a feeling of joy, a feeling of peace, a feeling of love, a feeling of harmony. Knowing that this feeling is the feeling of the spirit that is within you. And make this statement. That which lives and moves in me is spirit, spirit of the living Father, Mother God. Now, brethren, we are about to come out from our meditation. Allow your attention to draw from all part of your body and focus your attention between the two eyebrows. Be conscious to yourself, turning your head to the left and do the same to the right. Feel your presence in this room. Feel the warmth of the person sitting close to you. And gently taking a deep in and out breath. And allow your eyes to open. Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you. The Etherean Mission Vision Call is a statement of faith. Its message directly appeals to the soul and empowers it. In it is embodied the Etherean Christ vision, which states, "See the good and the divine in yourself and in all of life. Life is at congress, working for our highest good and the good of the universe. We are here as conscious and active participants in life's effort to establish the kingdom of God, which embraces all of humanity, irrespective of their race, creed, or culture here on earth. We are the divine expressions of God, determined to make this happen through the practical applications of our Christ vision, which adjures us to see the good and the divine in ourselves and all of life.
Yes.
We declare, knowing it to be true,
Yes.
that our lives are good, our good is getting better, and our best shines.
Yes.
We are here on earth to do God and be gods of truth and love, and so we are.
And so we are.
Another round of applause for our beautiful lady. What? Are your palms paining you? You can do better than that. Let's encourage them. And you know, in the Etherean mission, I keep saying we got it all. Who remembers our definition of love once again? Let's all do it together. The definition of love in the Etherean mission. See and the divine. You missed one bit. You missed one bit. Let's start again. See
yourself and all of life.
In fact, I don't know how many of us have taken time to meditate on this beautiful definition. It says, see the good in yourself. That is one. And the possible good in yourself. That is two. So when you are seeing the good in yourself now, there is love in the present, isn't it? And if you are seeing the possible good in yourself, there is love in the future, isn't it? So at any particular point in time, there is what? Love. So even if your boyfriend leaves you, your husband leaves you, and you still see the possible good in him or her, there is what? Or you don't want to say it. There is what? Yes. So at Etherean Mission, we got a very beautiful definition, isn't it? Are we going to work with it? The yes is too low. Are we going to work with it? Yes. Good. Now, we go to the second part of our service today, which is our teaching. And today, we have one of our wonderful speakers, one of our new mystics. She speaks with confidence. Oh, she does all it. Yes. In the person of Sister Efua Asantua Ahogadofia. She is beginning a 2-part message on karma. Are you scared? They say karma is a bee, isn't it? Today we want to know if truly karma is a bee. But before she mounts the podium, we will ask our vigil minister to warm up this environment, to invite Spirit one more time. We know Spirit is here, but we want to invite more of them into our midst. So as our sister will be able to deliver the message so beautifully for us. So we hand over to our vigil minister to give us one tune. We all sing together, and then we invite our speaker for today, Sister Efua Asantua Ahoga Dofia. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Samuel. Shall we be all upstanding and sing Christ Age 102? Teach me thy way, O Lord. Teach me thy way. 2. Teach me thy way, O Lord. Teach me thy way. Thy grace precious aid afford. Teach me thy way. Help me to walk aright, more by faith, less by sight. Lead me with heavenly light. Teach me thy way. When doubts and fears arise, teach me thy way. When storms spread the skies, teach me thy way. Shine through the cloud and rain, through sorrow, toil and pain. Make thou my pathway plain. Teach me thy way. Long as my life shall last, teach me thy way. Where my Lord be cast, teach me thy way. Until the race is run, until the journey is done, until the crown is won, teach me thy way.
Until the race is run.
Until the race is run, until the journey is done, until the crown is won, teach me thy way.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Bless you.
It's a joyful day. I tell you, it's a joyful day. Because life is here. Another opportunity to live life. Charlie, we will live it. Once we will live it, and life will be grateful that we were born. And we go to our topic for the day, which is karma. And I'll touch a bit on reincarnation too. But I love the topic karma. Online family, I welcome you. And you've been welcome a lot of times, but I welcome you to our teaching sessions. And I know you're going to enjoy it with us. It is a day of God. So stay tuned and enjoy with us. And we talk about karma. Hey, you see, there's a lot of definitions this day. You know the one Papa said? He said karma is a what? It's a bee. Hey, I haven't heard that one, no? You can't say it's a, oh, okay. Okay. So that's, okay. So there's a lot that is said about karma. Years ago, just to go a bit to it, when Bryce started talking about karma, trust me, the world did not like him. This is a topic that now, it's so known. So the research of Etherean mission has sort of now got so many wings to say that it is true. Karma is real. If you look at the history of the Bible, I always say it's one of the powerful books we can use on the planet. But at the same time, it's one of the destructive books that can also be. Because you can use the Bible for the good or for the evil. But let me go to the history about karma. If you read on the history of the book called the Bible, some parts were taking off whilst it was being written. And now we have the exact years. Even when the table was sat down, and the people on the tables that sat, including Constantine. So it's called the Constantine Polo something. Like the era of AD 533. Just Google on it. It tells you that they sat on a table. That you see, when I can't pronounce it, well, I say it in a different way, so I don't want to even say it at all. But it was the time of Constantine when this happened. When the table was gathered, and he wanted this to be removed. And his brother was killed for objecting to this idea that life is cause and effect. Whatever you sow, unfortunately, they couldn't remove all of it from the Bible. So it tells you that the Bible will tell that, which will go there. Whatever you sow, you would reap, isn't it? So the whole idea could not be taken off. As much as you can sometimes try to hide the truth from the masses, life always will bring the truth to its people. Let's also look at, because it's metaphysics, I'll be going up and down. The whole importance of karma today is for us to attain liberation. Karma, why karma is there? It's for you to be liberated, go through the experiences of life. Sometimes when we think of karma, all that we think is that the bad things that happens to us. You can have a karma credit and a karma debit. So you can have the life you're living now is a karma. It's your karma for some good you've done, for some joy you've done, whatever is happening. So you're having your karma credits, and you can have a karma debit. But in all of it, you're being liberated. It's a liberation period of you to get to that glorious beauty self of you. That is all it's doing. And karma makes me know that life is just. It is a just universe. Because if not for it, then there must be unfairness. But you and I know that the power that is here as us can never, ever be unfair. No matter how you judge it. You know, when you're going through difficult times, let me just say this. When you can cry, something is not going right for you. And sometimes you think, let me just talk about this Nigerian I saw on Facebook, not to talk about our individual experience, but what she said, God, he says, this my video is only for God. God, you said, for God so loved the world. Then she quoted John 3:16, that you gave your only begotten son. Your only begotten son you gave. Did you give it to Europeans or you gave it to Africans? This God is not doing anything. He says, this your beloved child is not doing anything. You said you are loving. And then you said some people should go and live in Oyibo land and some should live here. And you even said, the part of Nigeria you asked me to live, God, is it good? And this is a very strong, like, seriously, I think if I find it today, I'll send it to you. She said, this is for God. And she's telling everybody, I think she was being told by people around her to, like, oh, this cannot be a video to sell or something. Like, she says she wants to tell God her mind. And she went to her and she said, even the part, and she named the Nigerian village that she lives in. Is that where you say you love me, you come and put me here? And I said, you know, when I watched this, it was good. But sometimes it will get people thinking that our life challenges, does it add up to the God that we think is omnipotent, omniscient? But when you come to understand life holistically, then you know that it's part of the equation. You need to be in that part of town. Wherever it is, the place she named in Nigeria, I don't know what the village is, but she named the village she's coming from. Me, I come from Amunokrom, so I'll name Amunokrom. Life chose to bring my parents from Amunokrom and Ashwase. So that is life story, and it is being told. Wherever life puts us, it is a story it's telling. The whole idea of karma is a Sanskrit word. And in Etherean mission, they tell you straight away, Sanskrit, which means the cause and effect of life. You cause something, you get the results. You know, mathematically, we can prove this. Some also say the same Sanskrit word. Sanskrit word is something that means something else. So the name is called karma, but it means something else. So you can give something a name, but it means something else. So sort of another name for it. Some also call karma action or an act. You know, some people within India, within a cult say, it's an act. So our karma, our actions, the acting that we are acting every day, the things we are doing, you know, the people we are smiling, the people we are frowning to, the work we're doing, the enthusiasm about life, whatever we're doing, all the acts, this is what they call as karma, but we call it the cause and effect. And it's proven mathematically. And today, I got the mathematicians to help me, and I understood it very well. To every number that corresponds, there is a reciprocal number, which when multiplied gives 1. This is a long one. To every number that corresponds, a reciprocal number. So another number of it. And I'll give this mathematical example for those who love maths. So 1 over 8, for instance, is a fraction of 1 over 8 times 8 is equal to 1. So if I do 1 over 6,000 times 6,000 is 1. So the whole idea of what this mathematical thing tries to tell us is that when the reciprocal of a number is the opposite, isn't it? When you turn it the other way. So it's 1, 8, 8, 1. Who cross it now? 1. Whichever way you take the numbers, it would come to the number 1. So mathematically, that is what, you can use in explaining karma to someone with a very mathematical mind. Biblically, I like the biblical one because most of us are from the Christian backgrounds. Some people learn beyond Christianity, and I love that. They know so much about African religion. They know so much about so many other things, But biblically, in Galatians 6, verse 7, I would not read that, but it says, as you sow, so you reap. You cannot sow, those who know, and we know this for a fact, you can't sow corn, and when you go there, it's plantain. Or granuts, yes, peanuts. You cannot sow granuts, and when you go there the next day, you're expecting to find mangoes. Whatever you're putting into life, you just get a good feedback. And the truth is that the feedback of karma it's how you are able to deal with it, which I would explain. How you deal with every situation, that would tell the story of your moving forward. How you accept the challenge. Because if I did it and I'm getting the experience, so karma simply means I'm having an experience of an action, an act. Something I've done. I'm only having the experience of it. Am I liberating myself to attain my Godward? Because that's all it's seeking. We're here to evolve. And then socially, there's the law of boomerangs. That is my mom's favorite. She always talks about the law of boomerang. I don't know if you've all heard it. You hit. Boomerang. Hey, there's a song on boomerang, You hit, it gets back to you. So that shows a fairness. You are hitting. It's not me hitting it. Me na me foul ball, no na me toy. I threw the ball to the wall. Sorry, Brabez. If I go to my language a bit, I'll come back to English because I know you're here today. So I'll make sure I correct it all. But yeah, so if I take the ball and hit, the wall, somebody's beautiful white wall, it will come back. Sometimes it even stains the wall before it comes back to me. But I would get it back. And sometimes when it's coming, the speed, the speed with which I hit, it comes with me the same, sometimes even stronger speed. It's only for the learning. So socially, we know that the law of boomerang is there. And then physics, those who like science. Some of us here, we did like it, and now we've moved on. To every action, there's a reaction. To every action in physics, and they prove it. Any chemical, anything, to everything, there will be a reaction. Even chemistry has it when they talk about titrations and other things. When you put the things together, you would get the results of what you've put in. And sometimes by the gauge of which you gauge things, you get a setting, like you must get it at a certain color. If you are mixing things, it must be, whichever way you mix it, you get the color of what you've mixed. It's never wrong. It is never, ever wrong. So they always say, to every action in physics, there is an opposite reaction. And this thing is said so well by Oprah Winfrey. She was talking about karma too, and how she said it. Everything, you're getting a reaction. And she uses physics to explain it. But just before we go to the details of karma, let's look at what some of the things have been said. The mundane theory of the teachings that some of us have come to see. Some say that life, when you come, it starts from when your parents give birth to you. That's the mundane theory, when you're giving birth. So life starts when mom and dad, and then you come into the womb, the zygote, you grow, and then come and live life either happily or miserably, just die, and then you're gone. But when I thought of this is the question I asked. If life started from my mother's womb, and it will make me come in here and suffer and go back, then life has no purpose. Let's critically think of it. That this whole idea of just being born, come and live here, and then decide, death takes me away, and that is the end. Like what they say is that death is your end. If death is my end, then don't bring me here at all. If that was the concept, but you see, life has intelligence. So if life cannot be intelligent with its process, then life cannot have intelligence in it. But you and I know that there's intelligence in life, isn't it? Oxygen, hydrogen, they mix together. There's an intelligence there. It gives water. There's an intelligence in the universe that makes a little boy sit down and decide that I am going to do this, and is able to discover and come up with something. Lately, I'm hearing about the genius minds of very young people. If life was not intelligent, we wouldn't get these souls this intelligent. So life must have a reason to bring out intelligent people. So if that was the end, then like the Nigerian girl said, don't even bring me here at all, because she's suffering for no reason. Then there's the theologians, what they say about life. That one today, I think most of us grew up with a theologian thinking thought, which is, you're here, you live your life. Make sure you're living a very good life. I think that's some. I remember, Presby, even Presby, you were taught that you would go to hell or heaven. So whilst you are living here, whatever you do, there will be something waiting for you. But what I realize is that if, when I come here, I decide to be mean and die and go and wait for a long time for something called God to decide where to take me, then that God too, there's something. There's certain things I want us to question the things that we were taught whilst we're growing up. And that's why I'm so happy that I am talking about karma. It's like, then I can ask my questions. I can ask life. It doesn't make any meaning that you want to take me to hell. You say you are loving. The whole idea, the concept of what I see in life, the concept of the beauty I behold in life. I see beautiful Ethereans, and I'm excited. I'm able to eat, and it digests in my body, and I'm happy. And you tell me that all these things you did for me, you really didn't love me. And you're waiting for one day because I slapped Auntie Sophie. So you're waiting for one day. Then you go and put me somewhere so I burn forever. So yourself, you God, you two have power. Why didn't you hold my hands? From slapping Auntie Sophie. Why didn't you hold my hands? I'm just trying to let us think and challenge some of the things we've been told growing up. You, God, you've got the power. So why don't you do it? It's not you're even more powerful than me. So why shouldn't you, God, be the one to show me? But there, when the theologians have finished, we come to metaphysics. And there we know that metaphysics has the answers to the life of man. And now the world is chasing after metaphysics. People, I heard yesterday, a pastor seriously insulting religion, that religion is the cause of things. I don't want to even go into it. I think his problem has stemmed out from something. And he thinks religion has played a part from his disciples discovering what he is. That is just by the way. But if metaphysics had been taught to us right from the beginning, our actions in life would have always been an action of responsibility. Because metaphysics says that you are units of life. It tells you that this whole thing that we call God, you are part of it. You and God are not two separate beings, period. Man, you and God are not two separate beings. Even if you look at it from a scientific point, the Big Bang, everything came out from the Big Bang, they say. So if I came out from the Big Bang, I was one with the Big Bang before I came out. I was with it, wasn't I? If something has come out from something, I was with it. Like Fafa is sitting here. She's got my genes in her. The doctors can prove that I've got 23 chromosomes of myself in her. So there's a relationship. She's from me. So she has my natures. Sometimes when they show some of it off, you're asking, hey, God, has your child played you your own nature before? You're like, hey, you have a laugh. But yeah, this is just by the way. So if that is the case, then we had come from the same one source. We are part of it. So whatever decision we are making, we are also independent of our decisions and our actions. It's not a God sitting somewhere. You as God act. You as God have your results. And I don't even want to call it results. You as God experience you. You tried it didn't work. So what? You as God, you are in your experience field. You are just experiencing. And sometimes when the learning comes and the learning is great, that is not repeated again. You don't repeat it, do you? When you learn from something, you don't go and repeat it again. So it means that you become better. That's why when you finish class 1, they take you to class 2. Then class 2, you see there's a test for class 2 too. When you pass the test, then they take you to class. If you don't pass, sometimes you stay there. Actually, for a joke, sometimes when you're saying this, you remember things people told you. That there was somebody, either in my husband's school or Papa Smiley's school, somebody, I'm not sure, who was in class 6, and all of them from class 1, they went to meet the person in class 6. I don't know who told me that story, but I don't know if you've ever heard that somebody was in a particular class, and people from classes behind came to meet them, and then they were still in the same class. So the teachers made I don't know which of them told me, but it was a story. I think now it's becoming, it's my husband, where the person was there and they all had names for the person. But if you dare say it and he hears it, then that's also another story. So it means that he wasn't able to pass class 6. And the teachers were not being so kind. So they were keeping him in class so that one day other people from class 2, class 3 comes to class 6, they'll come and meet him, the chairman of the class. But these things have happened. I don't know if you've heard them before, but I've heard people who have stayed in classes. So life is also a school, isn't it? If you don't pass, you stay. This one is very simple. One person, sorry, no. But the fact is, you don't even have to see it as in sorry against you. I want us to erase the whole idea of karma that we had done something wrong, so we are having the feedback of our wrong things. If you do wrong, you would have it. If you do right, you would have it. But see it as your experience. And let's talk about the types of karma. So we do have individual karma, we have group karma, and then we have the experience necessity karma. But I'll try and explain what these are. So there's 5 areas of our lives as individuals. And karma may show itself up in our spirituality. So you can have a spiritual karma. If you are meant to wake up, say a mystic, you're meant to be. It's not just mystics who must wake up at 3 or 11 or anything. Anyone can wake up and join the force of life to bring some good to life. So if you had to do something to progress life spiritually and you don't do it, you'd have a feedback. Sometimes I worry most, and I'll say it, including myself, but I think I'm lifting me to that place where my compassion and my prayer would be for the people that I fellowship more with, or the people I see, for the planet. I must work something, I must work myself towards the good or the involvement of life. But as individual karma, if I'm meant to do something, I know somebody in my family spiritually needs help, and I ignore it, I would have some experience that would wake me up to now be responsible. If it's a physical thing too, you're meant to exercise, you're meant to walk. If you don't do it, you will get the feedback. Socially, if you don't know how to socialize, you will get the feedback. And sometimes you'll be walking and saying that nobody likes me. You think that nobody likes you. And then you're upset with life because you think nobody likes you. When you do it right, they would come. The love you give away, you keep. I love that one. Ethereum Mission, they have it all. This place, I tell you, they have it. And then we talk about financial karma. Sometimes I love the way life is. And I have to here practically give an example that, for instance, there's a month that you get so much money. I don't know if anyone's experienced it. What I'm saying makes me laugh, but it's the truth about my life. Where you know that, your bonus is coming in, A, B, C is coming in. So what you've done is that you've set yourself some unnecessary budgets, things to do. Go and do those things. Just when you finish buying all those things, then you have a call. And the call says, can you send us 300 or 500 now? And there you are. You're saying, which of the items do you take back? And this is something that you can't say no to. Sometimes the challenges that comes, you can't say no. Or somebody comes to you. Recently, what I had, I couldn't help myself. When somebody was being evicted, drove all the way to my home and said, if you don't help me, my daughter is quite elderly, I am getting evicted. And this is me. I'm like, oh my goodness. The amount was very high. So I looked at the situation and I said, okay, so all I'm trying to say is I'm not even going to talk about that. Life, just when you become irresponsible, it would give. Sometimes somebody said, now karma doesn't stay long. I think it was Staffelisha. It says, these days, your debts, like the things you do, the wrong things you do, you get very quick feedbacks. She said, it says, you just did something and then sometimes even within a day, you've had a feedback of an action that you've just taken 24 hours ago. So you're being reminded by life is that, hey, whatever you're doing, there's a feedback to it. So next time you don't do it. So now I've learned, I don't know if I've learned enough, to know that there's always a way to make available for the support of people, for the support of anything. You never know what could come in terms of financial. Then we've got group karma. Group karma, all of us here, we are in it. I'm part of you. I'm part of Babes. I'm part of Auntie Mabel. I'm part of Auntie Regina. You chose to be Ethereans. I chose to be Etherean. So we have a group karma, isn't it? It's something graceful, beautiful. Mother decides this moment to visit us with her presence and gift us herself in whatever area we're doing. Is it not all of us who will get it? So group karma is good. And if also we didn't do something, we didn't tell the world about what Ethereum Mission is, we did not stand for the truth in the places that we find ourselves, as Ethereans, we will get the feedback. It happens everywhere. Your company, they don't do the right things, HM revenue would be there. If the right things are not done, isn't it? Some people, too, when they hear the name Ofsted, they are running away. I have a team of people. He says, Ofsted is coming to my school. And then you know that their high blood pressure is going to be very high. So life as a group would give you the feedback. And all people within the group get the same feedback. Globally, we get it. Ghana, we're all Ghanaians. And then, apart from Babes, if Ghana, something is wrong with Ghana, all of you. You see the way we are complaining about Ekufuado, I don't know if anybody is doing that. It's all of us. When your family there cannot afford things now, it's all of us. You are in England, but you're affected by what is happening in Ghana. Because you have to support home. You have to support family. Sometimes it's not even your parents. There are so many. Ghana is not even one family. It's like so many. So extended. So globally, you're affected. Racially, we're affected. If the black man would not rise up to their true divinity and identity, we would have the feedback. If we can't speak the truth for what truth is, we would have the feedback. I watched the coronation yesterday, and I was lifted in love. I love the royal family. I'm a fan of it. So boldly I'll say, not everybody loves them. But hey, if we're Santo, I want them to know I love them. And I am in love with their rituals. My children will tell you when I go home, I was like, what did you discover? What was it? What ritual? That was the word I asked. What was a ritual? Because I had to go to work. So I had to rush back. Like, what ritual did you see them do? And then they talked about the anointing. And I was excited for friend. Yeah. It's like, Mom, he was in a room and he was anointed. So later I happened to see it. It's like, if you don't practice your value, you would lose it. You will lose your value. If the African is doing something like this, they'll be afraid. They are looking at who will say what to them. I take the spirit of the great master Brightmill and I say it, Africans, rise. Be in love with the world, but rise in yourself. Be confident in what you are because you have it. You know anointing more than anybody. Anoint you. Be connected to the roots and the values of your culture. Because that's the only way you will stand out. If you're in the shadow sometimes means mirroring. You can mirror somebody positively, and you can mirror them negatively. Because if you let the value of the other person devalue your principle, then you don't have any. That is just by the way. Now let's look at the elements of karmic evaluations. And that's why I say that. In Etherean, when they are teaching you, they give you all the facts, which you can easily work with. So we talk about the weight. What makes your karma have weight? What kind of thing? It's something from where me. Or didn't what do you say? Then them or didn't cause and effect, What makes it? What I'm saying is that what makes the cause and effect have weight on you? The weight that we're looking at. And it says it's weighed against your intentions. What are your intentions for the things you do? We may all decide to do something, but our intentions could be different. We saw somebody leave their money on the floor, for instance. And my intention is that I do know the person whose money was on the floor. But I picked it and I said, I'm going to spend this. I will not even go and give it to the person. I'll pretend I haven't seen it and I'll spend it. That's your intention. Somebody else too will see the same money and say, oh God, because I'm so broken, you've given me this money. Possibly, I'll go and give £5. If it's £10, I'll give £5, or possibly give £7 to Etherean machine, and then I'll go in there. The intention with which you work, that I cannot judge. No one is a judge over the intentions with which you do things. You know the thoughts that you had before you did it. And I always say your intentions, let your feelings tell you your intentions. Anytime you're going to do something right, your feelings will tell you. They are relaxed. When it is not right, you're nervous. Sometimes you feel the pain here. You feel the communication. I always say when I'm very upset and I want to tell you my mind, something here tells me. It just says, possibly don't say it. So that's why you will not hear me a lot of the times being upset about things. It's just because I have a very quickening. I don't know why it does that to me. It would hold, my solar plexus would hold me a bit, or it would be very uncomfortable for me to act. Because sometimes, like in your errors, you want to act. But sometimes you're guided. And I always say, when I'm teaching these things, I learn with it. So next time, now I know that, this is the guide. So anytime, let your feelings guide you to what your intentions are saying. And then the sense of responsibility. How responsible are you for yourself? So your sense of responsibility, how am I responsible? And family home, Etherean machine, there was flood. I don't know, my space is Etherean machine, so that's why I use that a lot. But it could be your workplace anywhere. Do you just go to work and just count the numbers? watch the time, 5 o'clock, if that's where you close and you're ready to go. Some people 10 to 5, they don't touch anything. What is your sense of responsibility towards life, towards your work, towards people? Somebody tells you, I really need to see you at this time. How available? What is your sense of responsibility towards life itself? That also shows. And then the ability or opportunity to do better. When you know better and you don't do it, that one, you know what? I like the feel of it. Maybe I'm just talking more of my experience. But I've also seen people who have told me they knew better and they didn't do it. Look, for the rest of their life, they work with it. They would be some because they have, I think because they have conscience. That's why it beats them even till death. Because they know that they could have done better. The knowledge to do better was available. But they chose at that moment not to do better. Even the worrying alone is enough karma. That's what I call it. You're worrying and not being able to progress. Because you knew that I know better, but I didn't do it. Sometimes you'll be in a place and things are going wrong. It is up to you. If you know better, you correct it. You tell them. I always say you don't have to be angry to say things. You can correct people in love, and the corrections will be made. So after that, there's no regret. So you sat down and saw them do this wrong, and then you went home and you started crying and you wish you had. That karma to Ide. And the lack of enthusiasm. It's also another thing in life, isn't it? Some people, they're unenthusiastic about life. If you look at the ladder, Etherean mission, we do have a ladder where we know from apathy, subapathy, to bliss. You know, it tells you the sequence of our feelings, where it takes us. Some people are simply unenthusiastic about life. What they're looking forward to is that today, let me get some food, let me eat, there's no enthusiasm to live the life that is here. Sorry. So you get up in the morning and you're just unhappy. Life has done its miracle to bring you a day. These days, I value it. I'll tell you, and the more I'm valuing the days, the more I hear great souls, great scientists tell me about their ritual for the day. Scientists say now that they don't get up without touching the floor with their legs to say thank you to Mother Earth. It was something the monks used to do. But now they are saying, we connect to the life that is here. They don't call it God or anything. They connect to the energy system that gives them the energy for the day. And that's what they're saying, that all the things we're hearing about gratitude. The scientists are saying, it's only just saying recognition of what is happening in life. Recognize the good that is happening. There is some good happening. There's some discovery, something. A new medicine has been discovered. Be happy. If it hasn't happened in your home, you are alive. You can see. Have something to be happy each day. And if you can't at all, I'll ask you to do this ritual. When you get up, you to put your leg on the floor and thank Mother Earth that I am here again with you today. What is it that the day holds? Bless it. And they would guide you. The Ethereans know about the elements. Speak to them. Have a reason. Look, sometimes you'll be so broke that you're unenthusiastic. There are days like that, but I tell you something. It says, good days, bad days. But choose that your good days are more. Choose more good days, because when you change it, when you change how you feel, everything around you changes. Sometimes I'm so much in love with some people within this temple now that when I think of them, when things are happening, I smile. I cannot be angry. I smile because the love puts me in that place of being happy. Let's put some energy into the body temples that we have, that know that each day must matter. Because the truth is that when you're dead and gone, you'll be saying, why didn't I make use of it? Death is one sure way that you would know that you should have been enthusiastic about life. When you think of death, that tells you that every day matters in your life. And then we go to what we call the valuer. The valuer is the universe. It values it, isn't it? You think, say, God, I think I'm in my element. So you think that whatever you've stolen or whatever you took from life, it's something small. So you think life should give you the feedback as per your thinking. You see, it's like you're making your own conclusions as to what life must give you. Life is fair and just. And it tells you, to every action, there is an opposite reaction. You do it, it would give it to you. So when it is coming, just take it. The valuer, it is fair. And I call the valuer life, the universe. I don't even want to call it God. Because when people call God, they want to equate God to things. So let's not call it God. That one is fair. And also, time. It's so important. Implementation of your karmic results. Sometimes, like Sister Felicia recently said, karma comes very quickly. Very quick. Just you do it today, 24 hours, you've had it. Sometimes it's gradual because it looks for your strength to come when you can. And when you don't pass the exams, it will put you there and it will continue until you are able to assimilate, take it all in for your own evolution, until you get to the place where you know I and the Father are one, and you work from that place of I and the Father are one, then there must be some feedback for you, because the feedback is only to take you to this place of I and the Father are one. And I would end karma by talking about John 9 verse 1 to 7. It's a long story, which most people may know. John 9, 1 to 7. You know when Jesus healed the blind man? Oh, lots of people know. Yeah. The whole process, he even used a ritual to do it, isn't it? It was a soul he took, spat on it, and then healed. Gave a powerful healing using the culture of his people. So he did it. But that's not even the story there. The healing, his disciples were asking, whose fault is it that this person has been born blind? They want to know. What? Is it the mother? Because that's what they ask. Or the father, the sins of the mother or the father, for which reason this person has been born blind. And Jesus, being wise, which we think some of the things in the Bible, they may have taken that part of it, answered them that is none of them. It's neither mom nor dad's sins. That is the cause of the man's blindness. But possibly, if we further had gone into it, we would know that maybe sometimes you may have to come as blind to know an action you took. We've had people knifing people these days, isn't it? It's a very common thing. When you can understand the law of karma and understand it well, just when you knife, know there's a possibility. The way forward says it very better, that you can have a more serious or heightened way. So somebody slaps you. If I slap Auntie Regina, for instance, possibly I need somebody like Bess or my husband or somebody even taller who is like heavier to give me a proper one. You see, that will sit me up. When I shake my head, I'm like, whew. Because at the time, my action requires a stronger hand for the correction. And that's where sometimes people think that it's being unfair. No. For me to change, the hands has to be big enough that I will shake my head and to talk about knives. I want the world to hear. Whatever we're sowing, it does come back to us. But I never would blame anyone for the actions they take. So now, I think let's talk about reincarnation, which would also be treated next week by our brother. The purpose of reincarnation. Now, I said you'd come again. Means you'd come again. You know, none of us here, somehow, now there's a way that they can check and tell you that you've been here before. And they can take you to, which our guru was doing. This is no news now. Past life reading. I even have that on a CD. You can go to your past life, read some events, and come back. So sometimes even when you go to past life to read, you know you've been here. You'll be aware of a few things you have done. This information, again, was taken from the Bible at this time. But the Gita, which is by the Hindus, says this. He says, for the soul, there is neither birth nor death. We don't. The soul that lives in this glorious body of ours cannot die. Nothing can destroy what you are. But through rebirth, if you read, I had a chance to read a bit, it tells you that you come to continue from where you left off. Life is about evolvement. Life is about unfoldment. What my grandparents used and did, I don't think that at the time of my grandma, she fancied what was called a phone. I remember her very well. She, I don't think phone was anything. I don't even remember if the phone comes and you give it to her and she finished listening, she just puts it down. But these days, we've evolved to the point that we're able to check and see who we're talking to, what they're doing. Now they said, there's one that says, you can even monitor your relationships, those in dating. Not married people, you don't have to monitor them. I always say to married women, don't monitor your husband. But those in dating, they said you can see the location of your partners. Has anyone seen that? That there's an app that you can see whatever he's doing. Can you imagine how the world is evolving? They can track. You're not a scientist, but you're tracking. You haven't got a tracking machine, but your phone can track anyone for you. So you know exactly where they were, where they slept, the room number they slept in. How exciting is life getting? I like that one. You see, it's like your acceptance of it to use for the good reason would make life progress. If you can, you see, the gadgets are there. It's like the knife. You can choose to make good use of the phone or choose to make the wrong move of the same thing. So I think, Kate, you have a point, but we can choose which one. And then I want to talk about, briefly, reincarnation to just prove to us that even the Bible confirms reincarnation. And the reading on reincarnation, it's Kings chapter 2, verses 9 to 15. If you read Kings a lot, you would know the story of reincarnation. It happens a lot. Elijah and Elisha. This story, I loved it growing up. So I don't even have to. Like, Elisha was serving Elijah, wasn't it? And at the time that Elisha was. And Elisha asked Elijah to bless him with a double portion of his power. So, I remember Elijah from the reading, it said, that was a difficult thing you've asked me, but I will try and do it. And then when you read again, the same Kings, it tells you that John the Baptist and Jesus are Elijah and Elisha. This one, I didn't say it. The Bible said it. Your Bible said it. The Bible with which you've grown up said it. And it tells you how, you see, the time of Elijah, they used to kill the prophets of Baal, isn't it? He beheads these prophets at the time. Then he comes back in the body of John the Baptist. How did he die? He was beheaded. But you see, what I love is that the Bible was able to give a narration that Elisha must come. So who must come? Jesus must come. And when he came, Jesus to being Elisha, he made sure that he went to look for Elijah, who was his master. When they see, they see. When they know, they know. And he asked that his master baptize him. Why didn't he choose anyone else? When you know who is in power, you give reverence. I like it here when our guru normally says, don't use my humility. And I say it, that sometimes let's not use the humility of Brother Ishmael Tete as a way to think. Sometimes he wants us to think that we are co-equals. We can be co-equals from the spiritual point. But I dare say, some have walked the path and they have walked it. So when you see your master, you must respect your master. Because one day, you become master. And you want somebody to respect you. And it may not come in the way you want it. But it was just to bring our attention to the fact that reincarnation is. Some of us are continuing it. Sometimes our children, I heard Papa's child was singing a song that they haven't sung to her. And she was singing the song, I want to remember the song. It's not a child's song. Sokode or something. A little child, and was dancing the dance of this. So I said, was he here with Amachi Dede? When I was told the story, was the time that the song came. I said, was this girl here? Because now they don't play this song. So for her to be singing it, she must know about this song and knows how the waist work with it. I saw it, and I can't demonstrate a 2-year-old doing something that was done in Amachi Dede's time. So I asked myself, we see these children, we think that they've had this life before. And the last bit to say was the day that Guru treated, have the faith, I don't have the faith in myself, but I have the faith that the creative love intelligent has in itself for creating me. And I realized that my children understand that teaching better than I do. I felt sad that I had to write about it to Guru to say that these are the ones that the messages are for. Because the way they can explain it is not my understanding. I was sitting with them. I thought being there, my understanding wasn't there. So this tells you that they've walked this path. Whoever we're seeing, they've walked this path. The last one, and I want to talk about children just to give you an idea, because I see them. Have you seen Grandma Triple G? The things Triple G does. And Triple G, Nevea, you may not know Nevea. That's Grandma Angel's great-granddaughter. She surprises. She goes to Auntie Jackie's different. She sees her grandma. She relates with her more than all of them. It's like, I know you somewhere. You are my paddy. The rest. It's true. Ask her. She relates with her like we have known ourselves somewhere. These ones, I've just come through them. Let me be nice. But you are my paddy. So life tells you this. That this road, we walk it so many times. So let's walk it. And let's use the universal law of karma, which is the law of cause and effect, to become more responsible for the life that we live. To become more responsible for the thoughts that comes to our minds. Because Jesus said that every thought, it's not even just the actions. Our thought too would give account of it. So let's watch what we think. Let's watch the actions. Let's watch everything. But in all of it, just know it's an experience that you're having. So when the good time comes, enjoy it. When the bad times come, enjoy it equally, just like the good times. On this note, I say, God bless you.
God bless you.
Let's please get ready for our transformational meditation. Just speak to your mind. Or speak to yourself from the crown of your head to soles of your feet. Scan through your body. And just tell it to relax. Notice your shoulders, your hands, your legs. Just tell it to relax. Maybe the teaching stimulated something within you. Just say relax. And now let's bring to mind the teaching for today. Karma reincarnation. What was the learning for you today? What information came to you that you've told yourself, this is what I'm going to use to enhance this life of gold that I am? What was the learning? Good. Now, let's move to the revelations that came through as a result of this teaching. Revelations are what was revealed to you. I did not say it, but it stimulated itself in your body, in your mind, saying, this is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to know. The unspoken word by the teacher, but your spirit knows it. What was your revelation? Permit you to experience this now. And in doing this, bring yourself to moments that you are out of this temple, either at work, at home, with friends, and then see what your life is like. How is this information impacting your life now? Experience this new you now. Good. Now, we bring in our transformational meditation to an end. Giving attention to your glorious body temple. Taking a deep in breath. Be sure you can feel the air in your stomach. And then release it. Take another deep in breath again. And be conscious that you are in the Etherean mission temple. Release it. Now with your final in and out breath, gently allow your eyes to open. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, our dear sister, Efuasantua, our God of fear. Karma. Karma part 1. Now it's time for contributions of karma and a bit of reincarnation. Any contributions?
Okay. India and Pakistan used to be one nation. North was Muslim and South mainly Hindus and the other one. Anyway, Great Britain sat at a table, and to give them their independence, they divided the two nations. So the North became Pakistan, and the South became India with this Kashmir in between that they are still fighting over. Now, we have a Pakistani as a Scottish First Minister, and an Indian as a British Prime Minister. And the two of them are going to sit down and discuss Scotland separation from United Kingdom. God bless you.
Thank you, our dear sister.
That's a nice one. God bless you. I always see karma as something that makes us very conscious. Karma helps us to be conscious beings. Because when you are conscious of what you put into life, you know that life is a bank. I always see life as a bank. So whatever you put into this life bank, life add interest and give it back to you. So karma help you to be conscious of this bank and what you put inside this bank. So all the time, you love to put something that when it comes back to you, do you like it? That's the question that you ask yourself all the time. If you are like I do care looking after old people, every moment my consciousness is that if I'm the one sitting there, how do I want to be treated? All the time. So karma help you to be a conscious being and always put the right thing into the bank of life. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you. Any more?
God bless you. I like the way she said, you said karma comes so quickly now. I look at my daughter, Jackie. Some of the things that she did when she was growing up, Jade did the same. And when I remind her, he said, we are not talking about me. And now I'm looking at Jade and looking at her daughter. And some of the things that Jade is also doing, the daughter does the same. And her too, when I say, Jade, look, karma is not going to happen in your maybe next life. You are seeing your daughter doing the same here now. So I think we need to be very careful.
God bless you. Can I just sit? Yes, okay. The story is told of a guy who had a son. Unfortunately, this guy's son and the father, they have the same initials. Yeah? And every term, end of term, when the report comes, It's the most miserable day for the son because the dad is just like, look, you didn't do well. You didn't do well. I'm going to stop you from going to school. It was the same thing time and time and time again. And the young man became tired of it. So he thought, how can I get my dad to know that maybe cotton one man? So the father traveled, and he searched and searched and searched. And lo and behold, he found a school report. And he read the report, put it in a different envelope. The initials are the same, so he addressed it to the father. And the father came. And then the report was there waiting for the dad. He took the report. I think that day the guy lived. It was a miracle because his blood pressure was so high. Everything was so high because the report was the worst he had ever seen. And you, Kufi school, you be jai. And the mother is standing there, and the boy is laughing, and the mother is crying because the man is just. Then the son decided, let me calm him down. He said, Dad, that report you have is not my report. It's not my report. He said, so how many of us go to school here? Just me. But Dad, look at the report. So I can see the report. The report is so bad. He said, but Dad, look at the date. He saw the date and he went, where did you find it? Because you see, all our fathers, they were always at the top. Always at the top. And unfortunately, my dad got some of my siblings. He never got me. Because I challenged him and said, Dad, these are my reports. Where are yours? Where are your reports? So karma has a way. It really has a way of checking you out. And if you just, Sister Trudy spoke about how she feels when she's looking after the elderly. And what I tell my carers is this: just have one quality. When they come to me for interviews, and I say to them, what is the number one quality you need to be a good carer? Oh, the good timekeeping. I say no. I used to not take people because they didn't know it, but then I had to be a little lenient. And I said the word is empathy. Once you develop empathy, you can do anything and doing it right. But if you don't have empathy, it doesn't work. God bless you.
I would say karma is whatever you experience, whatever action you take, you experience. I'll share this story. There was this woman who had 3 children, 1 female and 2 sons. The daughter got married, but because the in-law was not rich or hasn't got enough funds, the mother-in-law hated the daughter's fiancé or partner. And the sons were in support of what their mother was doing. So this lady decided or planned to kill the daughter's husband. What happened? She ended up killing his sons because she poisoned a food for the in-law, but the younger son came to eat it. He died. He went to get a gun to kill the in-law, but they came to their house, find his elder son, and killed him. So whatever you do, you experience your action that you take. That is my taking. Any questions? Any questions? Okay.
God bless you. I have a question. I have a contribution and a question. I was going to say that reincarnation definitely 100% real. I remember one time my wife showed me this video of the Fanti chiefs apologizing for selling some Africans into slavery. When I watched that video, it's like my soul came out my body. I was crying. I was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. My wife had to hold me like a baby. I want to go. I was like, I want to go home. I want to go home. And those things. And when I've been in Ghana, walking around, people look at me strange, like, where do you come from? I'm like, I come from here. They said, no, you don't come from here. I said, I come from here. They say, wow, well, you're so comfortable. Because to me, it just feels like, it's like I just walk and go. I just feel in peace. Like, I just know the place. Wherever I go Nima, go walk up and down. I feel at peace. People, I just like, yeah, I know I'm from here. Yeah, so reincarnation, that's a reality. That's a reality. But I had a question about on the reincarnation side. I know I'm being a bit cheeky because it's for next week. But when they talk about like nirvana and moksha and liberation and like breaking free from the cycle of reincarnation, like the thing that bothers me, if life is limitless and is in its expression, is there an end? Like, is there an end? Because you always hear about like these gurus, in the East, they always talk about breaking free from the cycle of reincarnation and and just experiencing bliss and oneness. But we're already one with God. So, like, is there an end? Like, is there an actual end? Yeah.
Something that I have learned here is, do I have to go for? No. Yeah. That there's not an end to you anytime. So we would come as many times as you'd want to come. And even when you had evolved to that state of bliss, sometimes you take on the human body, and that's when they come in as gurus, to come and support the people that needs the support. So there's never an end. And there was why I wanted to answer this was once I asked Guru, because there was another guru saying, I don't want to come back to this earth. After this, this life he was leaving. So there's a guru now leaving who said he didn't. So I asked Brother Ishmael, why did he say that? And he says, sometimes they get to a point they can see the I don't want to call it unholiness, but they find that this place can also drain you whilst you're here. So when they discover these things, they're like, do I need to work this again? Because as long as you take on the human form, there will be something to work out with. Even though, and he said he would come as many times. He says the earth life is a good one. So he would come as many times as he would want to. So it made me to believe that the choice is always ours. That we can keep coming and coming. And when we are evolved, we can keep coming to support others for them together. And even when everyone is evolved, we can still keep coming. So because man is never limitless, unless the earth will be extinct one day, which we haven't been told yet by life. So yes, thank you. Have I answered? Great, thank you.
You can also choose not to come back, but you'll be up there helping mankind. So they become No, there's a name that you can use to call them. They are the beings of light up there working for humanity. She's one of our sisters. She died, I think, 2016, after my birthday. It's on. Sister Salome was sick, and she was actually going, but she was given the opportunity to come back, to come and tell Ethereans who Brother Ishmael is? Did some of you hear of it? Yes. So she was sent back with this message. And when she finished, she was called back. And now she's one of the beings of light working for the planet. So you can come back here and continue, or you can choose to, no, I'm not coming back to Earth. I'll be there helping for the liberation of humanity.
For example, the girl that was killed the other day in Bristol, how do we react to it? You just say it's karma.
Beyond our control. When it is time, life knows how you're supposed to go. So how dare we challenge why did she die? Or the person who killed? Well, she was stabbed by somebody that she doesn't know. Yes. Maybe that's how she's supposed to go. So we can...
Do you also know that everything in life happened twice? That before it happened, it already happened in the spiritual world. Before it happened. Just like everything you want to do, it comes to your thoughts. And then you think about it, then you manifest it. Now, for you to make to know that everything happened twice, is that sometimes if Papa is going to have accident, I would dream that, oh, Papa, I dreamt you had accident, so don't go. Or if I don't say it, and then he have the accident, so, oh, I dreamt this, exactly that. Does it happen to anybody? That you dream something, and then you say it. It happens. So, like once I dreamt that I was going to, a lady, that's a long time ago, a lady who was a midwife had a baby in the house. And then when I was going to see her, there was a fence everywhere, and there was a dog following me. And then when I dreamt this dream, I told her, and she said, oh, how can I, a midwife, have a child in the house? So after she had a baby, I heard she had a baby, and she's in the hospital. So I was going to see her at the hospital. So when I was going, there was a fence, which I saw in my dream, a new fence. Then I saw the dog. So I said, I saw this before. When I got to her at the hospital, the moment I said, oh, Pearl. He said, oh, go away with your witch. So I said, what? So I said, go away with your witch. Do you know I had a baby in the house in the bath? I said, no. She said she went to bath, and when she was in the bath, she saw the baby coming. So luckily, where we were, the bungalows were, the doctor is there, everybody is there. That is in Volta region, when I was living at the barracks. So they called the doctor came and delivered her, and then they took her to the hospital. And this was so vivid. And then when I met Brother Ishmael, I told Brother Ishmael that anytime I have a dream, it comes to pass. And then I was telling, narrating other dreams that I had with people that I got scared to even tell the people. So that is when I got to know that everything that happened twice. So before this lady will be stabbed, life know is going to happen. Life know that. That's why we always pray that let me be at the right place at the right time. Before the earthquake will come, somebody will know. And then the animals will start running, but humans will be sitting there because we don't know. So that's why it's difficult for you to judge. You don't judge these things and say, it's karma, it's this. No, you just let life be. Because somebody will have stopped this lady even from going to Bristol. Somebody will have stopped her. You'll be going, and then as you are going, the bus doesn't come. And then you'll be blaming, oh, this bus has made me late. Or you read the bus stop, they say, this bus have been asked to stand here for some time. And then you get annoyed. That the bus, they are delaying you. But life is delaying you for a reason. So that you'll be at the right place at the right time. But it's not our place to continue saying that, oh, it's your karma. Oh, this one is, no, it's not our place to judge. We just live and let life be. God bless you.
Last Thursday, I had an appointment at George's. And in the morning, Jackie called me. And she was asking me, I was like, oh, it's not now, but later on in the afternoon. Then she came up with, have you checked your blood pressure? So yeah, I'm thinking, why is she asking me, what have I checked my blood pressure? I feel fine, so I don't need to check. I've got a machine at home. Lo and behold, when I got there, I waited for about 45 minutes before they called me. I was walking with a blood pressure of 223, 223, systolic blood pressure. Yes. So the nurse said, actually, before she took my blood pressure, she asked, may I ask what work did you do before you retired? And I said, I used to work here. I was a retired midwife. I said, oh, so we became a bit chatty. So I said, oh, have they not stabilized your blood pressure? I said, my blood pressure has been okay. But she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. So she said, oh, I'll wait and then recheck it. Recheck 208. And then suddenly I started feeling these pains in my sides. He said, oh, I'll leave you for a while and then come back. When she came back, I was still feeling the pain. He said, oh, let me go and put you on the bed. So they took me to a bed and they were checking. The doctor came once, said, oh, recheck. Then another person came. We'll give you another half an hour. It didn't come down. So what did I do? Quickly, I wrote to Guru. I'm at George's. Actually, when I got there, I sent him a message to say, I'm now here waiting. So I said, my blood pressure is, I said, how high? I said, I don't know yet. But I know it's high because they're giving me a bed. The final check was 184. Procedure aborted. They can't do it without high blood pressure. So for Jackie to ask me, what's your blood pressure like? I said, what do you talk about blood pressure for? I was feeling okay. I didn't feel out of sorts. I was going to take a cab. So I said, no, let me go on the bus. The bus stop is not too far from St. George's. And then when I'm coming back, I'll take the cab. So who would have thought? I'm sitting here, I don't look at you. I said, even this morning, the blood pressure was up. But unfortunately, I had to be here.
Oh, there's one thing I want to add. When you have a dream and you don't like the dream, and you don't want it to manifest, do you know that in Africa, we have a tradition or a ritual that when you have a dream and you don't like it, you take an egg and a raw egg, and you say your dream to the egg and take it around your head and throw it in the bin. I take it to the bin and throw it that what you don't like normally go to the bin. Do you know that we have that in Africa? So that is why I'm telling you that everything in life happens twice. So when it happens in the spiritual world, you pray and say it should remain there. You don't want it to manifest in this physical world. God bless you. In the outside. The bin that they will come and take away. I'll put it outside, not in your house. No. God bless you.
And can I ask you a question about the egg? And 2 years before my mother died, I dream continuous about my mother is going to die, show that my mother is going to die. So I pray with egg, as you are saying, because Brother Ishmael teach me about all this. So I try anytime I dream about my mother, then I pray. But what will happen will happen. There is nothing you can do about it. So when the time comes, my mother died. So in this, I don't understand. But I know what will happen. There is nothing you can do about it.
You see, death, whether we like it or not, it's a journey that we all will go through. So if you are praying every day that your mother shouldn't die, if your mother is 200 years and you continue praying that your mother shouldn't die, 100 years, your mother will by almost die.
Even the day my mother died, I used to work at CTRCU in St. George's, in Smallest. I was in quiet room doing prayers and reading Bible. Then it flashed my eye that, yes.
Yeah. So, but like
everybody will have that opportunity, then it will be good. But certain times, not everything is shown to you. If you haven't got the resilience to be strong. If you are not strong enough, you know your husband, how many times we worked on him to bring him back.
Yeah.
So, and I know he knows that. So he wanted us there to stop it. But the time has come.
We can't do anything.
You can't do anything, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. The following day, I was eating and suddenly everything went like bitter in my mouth. And I told my roommate, I said, Dorcas, I think something has happened somewhere. And then Sunday, it rained. They tried to call me. It wouldn't come through because it rained. First thing on the Monday morning, I got the phone call to say she died. But you see, this girl died about 2 or 3 years after. My sister had a daughter, another daughter. And I kind of remembered there was something about this girl, this new one. Because the other one was chatty. But Owusua is not chatty. she laughs a lot. But then I saw the mark. I looked at her. She shook her head and she walked on. So my sister, I said, "So, darling, did you see the mark?" She said, "I've seen it, but I'm not able to tell. I don't know whether you believe me or not." But so all I'm trying to say is reincarnation really is there. And most of these young little children, like your Gigi daughter and my Gigi son, for me, they are just recycled human beings. Because the things they do, it's just amazing. That is all. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you. Our time is far gone. For next week. Shall we sing Christ Age 136, the first and the last? Always become since you are Christ too. Always become since you are Christ. Patiently face each crisis you meet. Thus says the Lord, always become. Let no harm your peace defeat. The last verse. Pray every day since you are Christ. Take all your needs to God in prayer. Thus says the Lord, pray every day. Go right within you, meet him there. Shall we enter into worship? Let's all focus and be calm. Brethren, it's now time to pray for our desires as I call forth the divine beings to come and support our works. I invoke thee, the spirit of the air, that this very moment to bless us with our breath, that will bring forth the wisdom and ideas that will unfold in our lives. I evoke the spirit of the fires to come forth to transform and transmute our lives, that our lives will be the blessing to unite humanity. I evoke the spirit of the waters to come forth to purify, to restore, and to refresh every cell, tissue, and organ of our being that will be in freshness and good to unfold the lives of humanity. I evoke the spirit of the earth to strengthen with His love, providing us the love in abundance, the love that has no limitation. And through this love, our world is the world of goodness. Pray for our desires and see it manifesting. O great and mighty I am presence. This very moment we call forth that you come and rain your blessings onto our desires. We are seeing, notifying, and are bringing forth all the senses of our being, knowing that our desires are happening at this very moment and that they are all fulfilled and manifested. We see this happening, and so it is. Brethren, it's time to come out from our worship. Let your attention flow outwards and feel your presence in this room. Taking in a deep in and out breath and gently allow your eyes to open. God bless you. Announcements. Sorry.
God bless you. It's been a beautiful service, isn't it? Oh, the yes is too small. Or you are hungry. It's been a beautiful service, isn't it? Yes. Good. And that is what Etherean Mission we are made of. Yes. It's the school of life. And when you come to this school, in fact, the lecturers are also very good. The students are equally good with their contributions. So when you are here, you are only prepared for what? Success. God bless you. We thank everyone for coming to church today. The numbers are improving. I love that. And to our online streamers, wherever that you find yourself, it's an open invitation to you as well. We are located at 58 Orange Park Avenue, Mitcham, CR4 2DG. Come Wednesday is our crystal service. Just as we have beautifully been here today, if possible, let's come to crystal service as well. It's a 1-hour service starting from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. where we come, we crystallize the God ideas for our lives, and then we bless ourselves and we equally bless the soul force of humanity as well. So this Wednesday, let's all meet here once again for crystal service. You know, we are 40 years this year, don't you? And as 40 years old center, we have to celebrate as well. So we have a number of events slated for the celebration of our 40 years. As you can see on our screens, it's always conscious living, conscious evolution, isn't it? Yes. So on the 10th of June, we have a Children's Day. Our children are preparing themselves to give us something awesome. Yes. They know more. Sometimes they even know more than we do. And for you to think they know less, in fact, you have to think again. You heard the example of our sister, a 2-year-old girl singing to Sokode, and the parents don't even remember. They have not played that song to her ever. So where did that girl hear the song Sokode? Yeah, that's the little Melissa. Yeah, Mansa singing Sokode. Mansa singing Sokode. On the 11th of June 2023, that will be a Sunday, we will be here And we'll be asking Brother Ishmael, ask Brother Ishmael questions together with the mystics. Okay, so this time around, Brother Ishmael will have the support of his disciples, either a disciple or disciples, whichever way he will get the support. So come with your questions to our online streamers. Send your questions across, or you can equally join us on the 11th of June 2023 for Ask Brother Ishmael session. On the 14th of June, that will be a Wednesday. That is lighting of the anniversary flame. It will happen here at the mission. So please join us as we do that as well. It's a Wednesday, yes. So it will happen in and with what? Crystal service. So be here on that Wednesday. And on the 18th of June 2023, that is the anniversary day itself. And on the anniversary day, we are all coming clothed in one. What is it? Our anniversary t-shirts. So, Brother Bess, well, as long as you have, something to match the t-shirt, you can wear, it's whatever you want to wear, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, while you are here, give your t-shirt sizes to Sister Araba Eson. We need those sizes as soon as possible so that we can put them in order. Yes. We will come in our anniversary t-shirts. So be mindful of that. And on the 25th of June, that will be the Thanksgiving and healing service. Yes. We need to thank the elements for how far they have brought us. So that will be on the 25th of June. It happens with our healing service as well. And on the 1st of July, we round everything up with a beautiful anniversary dinner and dance. Yes. So get yourself ready for some beautiful music, wonderful food, and do some dancing as well. On that note, I'll remind you our guru will be here with us as we celebrate our 40th anniversary. He is now in the United States of America. They are enjoying him over there, and he will come here for us to celebrate our 40th anniversary. And to our online streamers, I know. The guru comes with some new vibes, wonderful vibes. So start fraternizing with us at our center so that when the guru comes here, we are already a big family all together. So we're looking forward to see you in the coming Wednesdays and on Sunday as well. We will have a short meeting after service. The planning committee will have a short meeting so that we can plan beautifully towards our 40th anniversary. To the May bonds, we have Sally, the 1st of May, isn't it? Am I right, Sally? Yes? Good. Yes. We're waiting for our cake. And we have the 18th, Auntie Mami Nina. Yes, Mami Nina is on the 18th. We have Auntie Felicia Akomia. Is it true? 22nd, right? Oh, you forgot your birthday? 20th, yeah? Oh, okay. All right then. Okay. And Auntie Kate, yours is 22nd. So 20th and 22nd. So we have Sally, that is just past and gone. We have Auntie Nina on the 18th, Auntie Felicia on the 20th, and the 22nd is Auntie Kate. So the very ones who organize our birthday cakes and the birthday meals, always in the back, I'm giving you heads up that we need some more cake this month. Yes? Thank you very much. And we will see you all on Wednesday for our Crystal service. God bless you.
Offertory.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you unexpected
Shall we share the grace? We pray. The
eternal grace of God abounds within my soul, and as the flower unfolds its radiant beauty, so do I unfold the divine attributes of the living God. I am whole, I am complete, and God directed always, and so it is. Amen.
Beings of light, we call upon you and you hearken unto our call. We bid you to return to your higher offices where the Lord God has appointed you to be, and continue to interact with us until all our desires are fulfilled and manifested. From the center of me and from the place where God indwells as me, I bless you.
I bless you.
I bless you.
I bless you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Enjoy the rest of the week.